Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am going to do another chat with me while I lay down the base, and I'm gonna talk about my plans and what's going on with the shop, because my last video I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but now I'm sure what I want to do, kinda. But anyway, for this week, I am using my last year 2024 Cyber Monday Mystery, which is obviously a Tangled theme, and I loved it so much. So pretty. I should have watched Tangled this week, but I didn't, and I think I'm gonna just stick with the blonde theme, the cheese blonde, and then just using the foil pack that it came with in gold. Okay, so my thoughts on the shop, what I am planning on doing. So I talked about last week how I was just going to do just those characters. Well, I have designed a kit already, and it's using my new character, and I did like a kind of sneak peek of it on Instagram. And for those that are watching, I will just tell you, I am going to do Hobonichi Cousin Weekly kits. I've been asked to do them ever since I opened my shop, so I'm like, why not? We'll see how they do. You know, if they don't do that great, then I can always not do them. But I want to try to do them because I have a new character. I showed it in my last plan with me, but I ended up changing her eyes. I will show you just a sneak peek of the kit, but we changed her eyes, and I think she looks so much cuter, and then she doesn't look as similar to all the other white characters. I think her with like Hobonichi kits will be cute. Like regular art with those type of kits too will be good. Is this one here? I did buy Dinda's palettes, the school set, but I haven't really had time to design that one because I've been so busy with all the other stuff. 1, 2, 3. Oh, she dropped her binky. 1 sec. But honestly, I just don't want to like rush myself. I'm still waiting on like ink and blades and all that stuff, so I just don't want to like rush it. Like if I do end up getting it ready for this Friday, then great, but I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I want to start doing, is kind of just releasing when I can and when I feel like it. I don't want to like do like I was, because I just don't got the time. And I'm not quite sure on like foil if I'm going to be doing that anymore. Like I want to, just because I have so many foil rolls, and that would just be so wasteful. I'm just like not sure on paper. I think the regular paper is working again. I need to buy some of that, but it's just like when I'm already designing this kit and I'm putting characters together and taking care of a baby, I don't know if I have time to do anything else right now. And then if I do like start to get busy, I talked to my mom and she said that she would start babysitting for me on Fridays because she doesn't work on Fridays. So I think that would be good. Be good for her to spend time with the baby, and then I'll get a break even though it's a work break. I think that would work out really good. And then if I wanted to do some more, I think like Hayden could just take the baby to his grandma's because she's always begging to watch her. But honestly, I don't think I want to spend that much time away from her. Like, I miss her when she's napping, so I don't know if I can go a whole day without her. So we just kind of have to play it by ear, but the plan is that I am bringing things back. And I don't know about like all my old stuff, all my other kits. As of right now, I don't want to put those listings active because I just don't want to overdo it. I don't want to overpromise and underproduce, you know. I just want to do a few things. This is also coming in a vertical. I'm hoping that it does well. I don't know if it's everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's super cute. I was even gonna cut it and do it for this week just to show you guys how cute it was, but I didn't. I just got to figure out, besides Fridays, when I would have time to cut, because like my office is right next to her bedroom, so I don't know if I would be able to cut when she is napping. Like I've tried it with just one cutter and it seems okay, but with 6 of them going, I'm not sure. So I know, not very good update, but like they are coming either this week or next week, probably next week. I just put those on the wrong ones. Goodness gracious. Yeah, like I talked to my mom. I'm like, I don't know if I should start my shop again. I'm just so conflicted. Like I love it because it's also a hobby, and you know, I'm not just, my whole day isn't just changing diapers, bottles, naps over and over and over again. She's like, well, you gotta do something for you, and you know, if that brings you joy, then do it. So I'm like, that is a very good point. I have to take care of myself too, and stickers make me happy. But I most definitely cannot be as busy as I was before. Maybe when she's a little bit older, maybe figure things out, but like I keep saying, I just gotta play it by ear and go slowly. I mean, I don't want it to be like super slow where it's kind of pointless with like the characters and bringing a shop and stuff. Like, I hope they still do well because I think they're super cute. So I just hope it all works out right. and we got new carpet, and so when I was 9 months pregnant, I had to take everything out of this office, and I cleaned everything, and so like I have to set everything back up, and that's why I'm like, I don't know if I can do it this week. Yeah, just, I don't know. We will see. I always surprise myself, so I'm just kind of all over the place with this, laying this space down. Oh, almost put Saturday right there. I did not sleep very good last night. I had to put her binky in her mouth at least 7 times. And I tripped over a laundry basket last night. And I skinned up my knee. Or not my knee, my shin. So that was fun. Let's see, what were the dates? But yes, this past week I've been working on the Hobonichi format that I wanted. And I am in love. I have a Hobonichi. Nichi, is it Nichi or Nishi? I don't know. But I have one, and I started it at the beginning of the year, but since I was pregnant and things weren't all that great, like the end of pregnancy, it was just hard to keep up with. I kept up with it for like 2 weeks. But I do love the planner because it's a planner and a journal. Like the daily pages, you can use as a journal. So that is like my goal, is to like start using that planner again. And I love the paper and like the grid. I feel like it makes me try harder to make my handwriting look better, you know? But we are starting Renly on purees here shortly. And I'm like excited. Like I bought her like the rice cereal already. And I'm just excited. This week it was so cute. It was after I was feeding her. We were just in the rocking chair and being silly, and I would pretend to like eat her hand and stuff, and then I just put my hand up to her mouth, and then she just like pretended to eat my hand, and it was the cutest thing. And then I opened my mouth to eat her hand again, and she just shoved her whole hand, like her whole arm in my mouth. I'm like, whoa, but it was so funny. And then I started laughing, and because I was laughing, she started laughing so hard. It was just so funny, so funny. She's such a funny girl. And I'm wondering if she's gonna like be kind of a sensitive baby. Sadly. I mean, it's not that sad, but just because like sometimes if you like look at her wrong, she'll start crying. I'm like, what? I didn't do anything. Like my mom, she was just crying. Or she would get mad at my mom. I don't know if I said this in my last plan. Maybe she would get mad at my mom for looking at her while she was eating her bottle. I don't know if she just thought my mom was looking at her wrong or what. So I'm like, are you gonna be like a sensitive soul? I don't think I'm gonna do the glitter headers just because I personally like to show the glitter headers, and this kind of like covers them a little bit. Hopefully my stomach doesn't start growling because I am pretty hungry. And I will be doing my third shot of Z-Bound today. I did really good eating wise this week, but I only lost 0.4. So that was sad, but at least I didn't gain anything. So overall, I think I'm down 5 pounds, which is good. I just hope it doesn't happen like what always happens. And I try to lose weight. It works the first couple weeks, and then I stall, and that's what it is. I gained 50 pounds during my pregnancy. Another reason why my pregnancy sucked is because I failed the glucose test. And so I had gestational diabetes. And I could never get my fasting numbers under control. But then Kaden broke my glucose monitor, and I bought a new one, the most accurate, they say. And then, like, all my fasting numbers were normal. So, I don't know. But if you've never had gestational diabetes, you have to prick your finger and check your blood after 2 hours after every single meal. And you have to eat a high protein diet. You can't, your blood sugar can't go over, is it, I'm trying to remember, 140? Over 140. So I had to watch what I eat, which wasn't bad because who knows, I probably would have gained a lot more weight. But I just think that I have blood sugar problems. I always have. And I think that's why it is so hard for me to like lose weight. And I do think it has something to do with PCOS and being insulin resistant, and I don't know. Like, I technically wasn't like fully diagnosed with gestational diabetes because I wasn't able to, like, I failed the 1 hour and I was supposed to do the 3 hour, but I get super sick from sugary drinks. Like I said, I have blood sugar issues. So that's when I just started testing my own blood, and I always thought that it was off because I had a broken glucose monitor. So, but after I got a good one, things were normal. So who knows if I really had gestational diabetes, because he said it was okay that I just like monitor myself for a couple weeks instead of doing the 3 hour glucose test, because I wouldn't have been able to hold it down anyway. Okay, yes, the baby woke up, but hopefully she'll be chill. And then I printed my scripts like the same size as I usually do, but I tried a different font, and they look small, so that sucks. But I don't feel like redoing them, so. On Monday, I did upper body, my first workout in forever, and that's when Renly woke up and interrupted my workout, but it was at the very end, so it's okay. And then I did laundry and I cleaned the backyard and then I tidied the house. Usual stuff on Mondays. This is my new character in her cute little workout outfit and the dumbbells. See, I think that might be a little too small, but yeah. Laundry. I mean, I like this font. I just definitely did it too small. And that is from Carly Plans, as well as the next one. Come on, fingers. And then that is also from my shop. And then I just got like all the meats in a bowl from Taco Bell. Oh yeah, because I was still like doing animal based, just meat and fruit. I mean, I still have been. Every once in a while I'll have a Subway sandwich, but for the most part that's all I've ate still. And it definitely helps with cravings, I will tell you that. Like, I don't have huge cravings besides one day, because it's like the week before my period. So, oh yeah, that is from Carly Plans. And then I watch We Are Liars. If you need something good to watch, We Are Liars on Prime. So good. You will never ever see the ending coming. I was blown away. And then that is Quinn with her new eyes. She's so cute. But it was such a good show. And then another one of my characters, new characters coming in. Took a nap. And then this was my second injection day. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're so cute. And then another one of my characters. I think I'm gonna like zoom her in and cut her half the body off so you can see the Subway sandwich. And then on to Tuesday, this night, we had binky issues again. Like we do every night, but this night was extra, just like last night was. I'm over it. Like, I miss when she wasn't taking a binky, but also I feel like if she didn't have a binky, she couldn't soothe herself to sleep, you know? So, downsides to it all. These first two are from Carly Plants. Cute little sloth, which is cute because that's her little stuffy that she loves, that she has right now in her hand. And then that is from my shop. I watched We Are Liars again. We Were Liars. And then this is from Corks and Corks. Get some coffee. What are you doing? And then, like I said in my last plan with me, I had to send her rug back because it got too big. But the new one was delivered today. And then we got McDonald's, which I just got hamburger patties. If y'all remember, I really just hate cooking. I really, really do. And this one and the next one are Carly Plans. And then now her rug, like, won't stay, like, straight. I guess that's what you get for putting her rug down on carpet, but that's from Beneva's Creations. But like, if you have any tips on how to keep her rug down, was I out of frame? Hopefully not. If you have any tips on keeping her rug down, let me know, because it's so cute, but it's such a pain. Oh. And then this night, she slept so good. I think maybe I put her binky in once. So, of course, I had to mark that. I was so happy, because when that happens, I sleep good. And then she had a 6 a.m. bottle. And then I had a protein shake and coffee. And this one and the next one are my new ones. Ren slept so good. This is so cute. And I wanted a white rocking chair because my rocking chair is white. And then this is from Carly Plans. What I've been doing for my protein shake, the Fairlife, the milk, it's 13 grams for 8 ounces. So I was just doing 16 ounces. And then you have 26 grams of protein, which is like a regular protein shake. And then I'm just mixing in a little bit of Ovaltine or the reduced sugar hot chocolate packs. I do one of those because when I drink actual protein shakes, they break my skin out. And guys, my skin is clear. If you've been watching my vlogs, well, if you watched my vlogs in the past, my skin just did not look good. But it's finally clearing up. I've finally found the stuff that's making things look so good. Like, I mean, my skincare routine is a little bit overboard, but things are so much clearer now. If like my acne marks will just completely go away, that would be lovely. That is from Craftrina. Watched We Were Liars again. And then I did polish pops, which are these on my nails. And I like these even more than the Color Street. They're UV. They're the UV gels. You just put the strips on and then you like cut it to your size and then you put it under the UV light, and they look like they're like so smooth, as if you went to the salon and got them done. But yeah. And then I was snacky AF. Not that I was eating a bunch of bad food, I was just eating a lot of food this day. Because like I said, my period is coming. And that's how I always know. Let's stick with the plan code. This is Mick Plans. What are you doing? You trying to get your sloth out? And then this is another one of my new ones. I can't tell you when all the stuff is gonna be in my shop, because I just don't know what pace we're going at, you know? So there is the first half. And then Thursday, I felt happy because I felt like my prescription was working this day. I wasn't super hungry like I was the day before and what I usually am before my period. So that is Once More with Love. This is Carly Planned. I designed this day. Actually, I designed every day, just marking it here. And then Kaden Called, and this is from Bunny Bear. And Renly found her voice this day, and she was just yelling. I think it's because she wanted to roll over so bad, because she can do from her belly to her back, but not quite her back to her belly. And so she was just yelling so much, and I think it kind of went over into when I wanted to lay her down for her nap. She just was so used to yelling that she just threw the biggest tantrum. She hasn't thrown a tantrum like that when I put her down. Like, she did not want to take a nap, which is weird because the girl loves to sleep. So that is from Sweet Avis paper. Another one of my new ones. And then this day I bought ink and blades. And then another one of my new ones. She was asleep at 8:30. And then this is also from my shop. Sorry, Olive, you gotta cut your tail off. And then with my love. On to Friday. Kaden went and got I think this night Renly was asleep before Kaden got home from work, so he went and got her in the morning to snuggle her because he missed her. And then after that, she had her first nap in our bed, and then I designed these first two are Carly plans. And this is the Planco. And then we practice rolling every day, but we were really practicing this day. And she wasn't yelling as much, so that was good. And then I watched Love Island. And then she had a blowout. It was the front and the back, so had to give her a bath. I mean, we bath her every night, but usually not that early. And then I made roast, and then just because this medication, like, you're not supposed to eat like super fatty foods, and I think that roast was just a little too fatty. I don't know, I was nauseous. And it brought me back to my first trimester, and I'm like, oh my gosh, please do not let me become pregnant anytime soon. And that is from my shop. This is from Carly Plans. And this is Stick with the Planco. And this is Ohana Story. And then Renly was out again by 8:30. She's been doing pretty good. Last night she was out by 7. So that was shocking, but we had company, so I think it just wore her out. I don't know. And then we watched cartoons and just snuggled in bed. And then I worked on the Hobonichi format. You good, girlfriend? Yeah. And then I was nauseous again because I just drank my chocolate milk too fast, or my protein shake. Like I said, I get really sick if I drink sugary things too fast. That's why I couldn't do the 3-hour glucose test. And even though it wasn't like I had gestational diabetes. When I gave birth, they had to come and prick her little foot every few hours. But her sugars were good. Just because, like, with gestational diabetes, they're worried that your baby's gonna be really big. But she was 6 pounds, 11 ounces, so she definitely wasn't a big baby. And that is from Carly Plans. This is from Paper Bits, I believe. And this is Stick with the Plant Co. And then we did lots of floor time this day. Probably should use a little thing. And then I marked when we were eating each other's hands and being funny and laughing. And then I was testing. Whoa, I didn't even finish up here. Getting ahead of myself. Lots of floor time. I tested the Hobonichi format that I designed. I tested it in the planner to make sure all the sizing was correct. And then I wore whatever, put her in the carrier, and then I cleaned the kitchen, and she was so chill. She was just like sucking on the side of the baby carrier. And then this night we could not soothe her. Like, she would not stay down in her bed again. So Kaden had to do what we did when she was a newborn and take her into the bathroom, turn the fan on and the shower on, and then she calmed down, and then he put her to bed. And then she was asleep by 8. And then last night, yesterday, morning cartoons, and then my cousin called because she was having 2 baby showers. One where his family is, and then one where our family is. And so she wanted to show me all the stuff she got. And the girl does not need a second baby shower, I will tell you that much. She got lots of stuff. But still, her baby deserves to be super spoiled. And then morning cartoons, I had this one made just for me. And I love it. He's so cute. And then this is from Paper K. And then I pulled stickers for the spread, and then she took a 4-hour nap. She always surprises me when she takes the 4-hour naps. And then I cleaned up the house a bit because Caden's grandparents and his uncle wanted to come over and see the baby. So they came over, and then had McDonald's again, but again I just had hamburger patties. And we watched Futurama, and then I marked that I tripped over that damn laundry basket. It hurt so bad. I tripped because I was going to put her binky back in her mouth and it was pitch black. It's not funny. It's not funny. Don't laugh. She's getting restless. Good thing I'm almost done. This is from Ohana Story. Oh. One of my new characters. And then another one from my shop. And then another new character. She is pissed. And we are done. Woohoo! It's okay. I'm done. Alright, that is it for June 23rd to the 29th. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.